Welcome everybody. In this video, I will be showing you how to set up a successful Google Ads campaign for realtors. I will be typically leaning into the whole homes for sale, like a general search in your specific area. And I'm also going to assume that you've been in the Google Ads platform before and maybe attempted to launch a campaign in the past. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to take it from there and show you these like real important minor adjustments that are hugely impactful to your campaign to really make a big difference. So we're going to jump in right now. I'm already in the Google Ads platform. As I mentioned, I'm going to assume that you already know or sorry, that you already have an account set up. You may not have had a campaign yet, but this is what this video is for. So before we can start with our campaign, we need to know who we're targeting or what keywords we're going to be targeting is actually where we're going to start. So there's this amazing tool in Google Ads. It's under the tools on the left menu here, under keywords. Keyword planner, you tap that and you get this screen here. Now we're going to go into the discover new keywords section here. You can add in your website for reference, or you can just simply start with keywords to see. Here's that start with your website option if you wanted to start with just providing your option your website to allow its algorithm to come up with ideas for you. But when it comes to real estate, this has been proven time and time again. So follow the lead here. So MLS in your city. So let's do Kelowna just because that's where I'm at the moment. Hit enter. You can add a couple of these in and then homes for sale Kelowna. We're going to do this several times, but for each campaign, there is a number of ad sets, as many ad sets that you want. Ad groups, different platform. So under campaign is an ad group. You can have several ad groups. We're going to focus on having one location per ad group. And then in that ad group, there will be an ad. So we're just going to set up our first ad group targeting Kelowna. If you have nearby neighborhoods, you could be setting up ad groups for those. Or if like I'm targeting a city just because the population is the right size for a brokerage to handle. But if you're in a larger city that you can't handle the whole city, then say search for say Calgary Southeast, Calgary Southwest, and so on. That also works. So let's just stay focused on Kelowna here. Let's get results. Now the platform is going to share a bunch of keywords that are being searched. And again, something that I've already dove into without really explaining is that what we're going to do is we're going to cast a wide net across the country, targeting Canada, but they need to specifically search for the homes for sale or MLS in your city or region. And that means that the city or region needs to be in the keyword. So wide net, very specific keywords. So here we go, MLS Kelowna. We have 6,600 on average each month searching. Heck yeah, that's a great one. Homes for sale in Kelowna, Kelowna real estate, homes for sale, Kelowna, realtor.ca Kelowna. So somebody's looking for homes. You can do condos, you can lump it in, or you could be breaking that out into its own ad group. We should be okay with including that in here. Townhomes, Kelowna real estate, MLS listings, Kelowna realtors. Note that I'm only selecting the ones that actually have Kelowna in it. We don't offer anything for homes for sale by owner, so I do skip that one. If you do have a package for that or an offering for that, by all means grab it. Townhomes, pre-sale condos, that's very specific. So again, if you have that service or that inventory on your site, that works just fine. Kelowna properties for sale. Um, these specific searches for like under certain price points or over certain price points, that works very well as a site link in the ad. I can show that later on. But for now, we'll pass over that. It's just good to take in that information. So homes for sale under 400, we have a healthy 206 people on average searching, and month over month, or sorry, the last 3 month changes is positive 23%. So it's growing. MLS Kelowna, BC real estate. So Kelowna houses. Now, see, it doesn't say for sale. So this could be something in the fringes. So in order for us to get the best bang for buck, I would actually advise to skip this one for now. We can add it later if this is a very successful campaign and we can add a couple other keywords in. But for now, I definitely recommend staying very focused. Homes for sale, great. That's a lot of keywords already. So I'm just for this example, I'm going to run with those. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hit copy, and this is going to sit in my clipboard. It's going to be a little bit before this comes back in. So be mindful. Sometimes it'd be best to do a duplicate page and just have this open onto the side, or maybe you want to paste this into a notepad or something in case you use copy paste a lot and maybe you're multitasking. But I'm copying this to my clipboard right now because in a few steps, I'm going to paste it in. So that was me finding out what keywords we're going to grab. Proof in the pudding. It shows us how the average monthly searches. Lots of interest, especially this is summertime, so we're in peak season. Let's jump into the campaigns now. So in the campaign window, sorry, the campaign menu, you have to click campaign again. And then you'll see your list of campaigns. Again, if this is a new account for you, it'll be empty. And you'll want to hit this blue plus sign, add a campaign, and we're going to be looking for leads. We have forced registration on our website. That's how Google ads work, is that they click through to the website and there would be a prompt to register for information. Now, I recommend either doing a time delay or a page delay. So as soon as somebody clicks on an ad and they go to a landing page and they get slapped with the forced registration, nobody likes that. They're going to bounce off pretty darn quick. I've seen this time and time again, very low conversion rates when that's the case. So my recommendation is to set it to, say, a 30-second delay if you can, or a 1, 2, maybe 3 page view before the registration pops up. That means that they can look at 1 to 2 houses before they're asked to register to view more. This works best because now they've actually taken in some of your website and the value that you're providing, being all the listings available in their area of search, and they want more now. So they're more willing to register because they've seen that, yes, there's a nice lengthy list. I've only been able to see 1 or 2. There's 10 more that I need to get through. Okay, you can have my information. So just a side note there for success with Google ad campaigns. So we're going to go with leads. And typically you'll want to submit lead forms. This is the best way to track. You could also be putting in phone calls if you prefer. A little bit harder to track the success. It will let you know if anybody taps the phone number within the ad, but if they go to your website and then they call you right from your website, it's a little bit tougher unless you put a specific tracked phone number on your websites specific to the campaign. But let's keep things a little simple today. Let's just do lead forms. So let's hit continue. We are going to do search. There's pros and cons to each of these. Search, again, bread and butter, really recommend it. So select the ways you'd like to reach your goal through website, lead form submissions is what we want. Campaign name, I always like to, I put whoever created it, Nav for Navigator, and this is going to be Kelowna MLS, or actually we should just say homes for sale, because at the campaign level, you want to just note the topic, and then we're looking for leads, the goal that we have in mind. Because then at the ad group level, we're going to break out the different locations, and that's where we're going to say Kelowna, Calgary, Oregon, what our city of choice. So we're going to hit continue. We want conversions, customers, bid for new customers only. With us in real estate, sometimes somebody can come to our website a few times before they convert. So I would say leave that one open. So we just hit next. We want to stay strictly on search. If you go to Google Search Partner Network or the Display Network, it's a little bit tough to track and manage what websites your ads are shown on. Sometimes this could be good, but if you ask me, let's just stay focused on search. This is where the highest intent is because somebody's searching for your service at that moment. These tools could be applicable for retargeting, but again, let's do prospecting. Let's stay focused on that. We're going to target everybody in Canada, or if you're in the US, select US. And the purpose, the idea here is that they are present in this region, not just present or interested. So anybody in Canada, searching for homes for sale specifically in your area is who we're going to be gathering. And now you might be wondering, why the heck are we casting that wide? In talks with lots of ISAs, I found that some of the best leads are those out of town, really looking for that local expert to help them find the home, say they're transitioning for work or whatnot. Some of these are the best leads possible. So I like to cast that net out, and the likelihood of somebody searching specifically for your town in the keyword is a high intent. So that's how this is kind of the unique setup that I like to run. Now we should be good there. Just want to double check them more. Run them all day. Again, if you speed to lead is something important to us. So if you are running an ISA team or it's just you and you only ever want to be able to dial leads when they come in, you can set an ad schedule here. Most agencies are okay with leads coming in, say, late at night, and they just follow up in the morning, but that option is there for you. And this is the new AI Max. I haven't proven it yet, so I just pass it for now. And then the final URL will be your website. I'll just use a friend's here. Oh, actually, sorry, this is them creating keywords and assets. Skip this one, sorry, my bad. Here we go. This is the final URL that I was looking for. And remember all those keywords that we were looking to include? Here's that copy paste. Now, here's a little trick. So what's interesting with Google is it has different settings for how relevant the searches are. So they're called exact, phrase, and broad. So exact, it's a little confusing. So exact means somebody needs to search exactly what you're looking for. Phrase is a little bit more loose. It's relevant or related, but it's not necessarily exactly what you said. And then broad is anything to do with really any of the words within your keyword, it'll show for. So how we have it right now with just copy pasted it in, it defaults to broad. So if anybody searches homes for sale in Canada, so this would be like international now, looking for anywheres in Canada, or what is the what is the average price for homes in Canada? Your ads would show up if we left it as broad, because homes for sale is there. So and Google says, okay, well, Kelowna is kind of relevant or related to Canada, so this must be related. Not the case. That's not reality. So what we want to do is we want to set all of our keywords to exact. And you would think that Google would do a nice like button or toggle switch, anything to set it to exact. Not the case. What we had to do is we had to add square brackets in or besides, or sorry, on either side of all of our keywords. That is how you set them to exact. So I'm just going through top to bottom. Did I miss some up top? I did. I like just doing the left side first, and we go right side. This is the most tedious part out of all of it. So once you get past this, it's a lot easier, a lot smoother sailing. So bear with it. It is necessary. It'll make a world of difference. Great. That's all that it took. Now here we go for ads. Again, final URL. So here's another trick for you. You don't want to just send it to your homepage. Like somebody is actually looking for homes in specific location. You need to set up your IDX to specifically filter for that. So let's use VantageWestRealty.com and listings, search listings, and you want to make sure that you have it filtered to where you're promising. Like that's the basics of marketing. Give them what they're looking for and give what you're promising. So we've filtered this, and you can start seeing that in the URL here. So family search. You may want to filter even further. Say if you're only wanting to do high-end homes, say like you can nudge them to the 500s. Maybe you don't want vacant, maybe you don't want agriculture, recreational. Filter to for what you think is the best for your clientele there. So now we view. Um, okay, there we go. Yeah, you can see that it's all Kelowna. There we go. Add that in as our final destination. And now we had to come up with our headlines. So for headlines, here's another trick. You can pin headlines into certain positions. Looking at the example here, Google ties together those three headlines. You only get 30 characters for each headline, so it's very limited. You have to be very creative, very to the point. Um, but I like to expand that a little bit. So what we do, or what I do, sorry, is I like to write three headlines that tie together. So headline number one being problem aware or offering or agitating. Headline number two being a solution or the service that you provide, and headline number three being the call to action. So you can say Kelowna MLS, Kelowna Live MLS, or actually, here we go. Search, or I would say looking for your dream home, question mark, search. Now, something I caught, something very helpful here. Oops, sorry. Something that I caught here on the MLS search is that we have over 2,000 homes available for sale in this area. So search over 2,000 homes for sale. Okay, now problem is I am one character too long. So search 2,000 plus homes for sale. And so I'm going to pin that as number two. So here's my example is looking for your dream home, search 2,000 plus homes for sale. Um, click, click or tap actually. Most people are on mobile now, so tap to view homes. Yep, tap to view homes. So then you're going to want to create a few of these that string together. You can say live Kelowna MLS listings. So I'll pin that. That could be number two. Let's see what else we got here. Um, New Kelowna homes or homes for. The other thing to keep in mind is if you look up here, is Google is kind of hinting that you should be using some of the keywords that you've already put in. So you can literally just say Kelowna, BC real estate. That could be one live. The offering is live Kelowna MLS listings. Updated. So here's a little nugget for you. Anybody on the Canadian DDF, it is in the technical document that the feed is updated 46 times a day. So you can actually promise and say that updated 46 times a day. So, and we can pin that as number three. And so you can do this up until 15. So, but anyway, like adding in, see how I'm getting these green check marks. And as I'm getting green check marks, my strength starts to go up more. But it's okay. You don't need excellent. I've seen structuring it this way. I've seen poor, average, ad strength do very well. Google wants you to be very flexible. They want you to remove these pins so that it can remix any of your headlines. But that's really tough to to create a concurrent headline or offering is very tough. So it's okay to be poor or average on your ad strength. This works. And then your description would be search Kelowna homes for sale. Oops. Search all active Kelowna homes for sale with our okay, actually we'll just say today. Could be simple. Search all Kelowna, so all active Kelowna homes for sale today. Find your perfect home for um find your perfect home today using or I'm trying to tie in the keyword MLS. Search or should say search all listings, live updated MLS or MLS listings for Kelowna, BC. And then what you can do it later on when we have multiple neighborhoods is you could be just doing a copy paste of this ad group, and then you just simply change the location for everything. So you can have up to 4 descriptions. You can have up to 90 characters in this, so you can actually expand a lot more. Um, and I'm not going to focus on this too long because I could be spending about an hour on doing ad copy for copies. But those there, I know work well. Yes, they're simple, but it's what people are looking for. So you can add images if you have them nearby, but it's not going to be the end of the world. You'll definitely want to add in your brokerage name, but it's a little funny here. If you work off of like if you have legally registered as a number, a corporation number, you have to run with that. Um, that's fine. This is just for transparency. It doesn't actually show on your ads. Business logo, you would drop your logo in there. That's us. This is that site link section here. So if you wanted to, it's not mandatory, but if you wanted to expand your ad more, it is a good idea where you'd hit plus and you would then add in a site link. So if you wanted to further filter this to say condos or townhomes, you can do that. It'll create a new URL for you. You would drop it in and provide the description, and then it shows up underneath. And you can say homes for sale under 500,000, under a million, homes with pools, homes with views, and as long as it's actually linking to that page where they get what they're looking for, it works very well as well. Now, if you are okay with calls, you would expand the more assets and you would tap this and add in your phone number. That's always possible. You just hit that and apply. And that's about it. So you can see how it's going to show on the right here as your preview. You can toggle through, looking for your dream home, live Kelowna listing, MLS listings, search for active Kelowna homes. Um, you can, depending on where you're at, some agents are okay with like if you have accolades, if you if you won awards. So award, I um, So where I'm trying to go with this is if you have accolades, you can lean into them, but keep in mind that this is people searching for homes for sale. They're not searching for a realtor. That's not the search that we're going for. So you could say search Kelowna homes. So Kelowna, sorry, let's do the number one, Kelowna, BC real estate. Search homes with an award. I'm going to run out of space. Yeah, it's going to be tough to say anything about that. So maybe not include the accolades. But if there's anything in there that you can say, search homes with, or actually you can skip the search and just say voted number one brokerage in Kelowna. Only if you have. Right, like we got to be truthful. Then you can put that in there, and that could be of convenience or not convenience, but that could entice somebody to engage with your ad. So yes, this is a little bit boring. Ads, it's tough to make them look sexy, but they work, and that's why I'm going through this step by step to show you how to set this up. So now, when you say done, create ads. So looking for your dream home. There you go. And you can set your budget. Now, oh, it's asking for me to confirm who I am just for security purposes. I wonder if I hit cancel if it'll bump me out. Nope, we're fine. So with budgets, my recommendation would be to start with $1,000 a month. So that's $30 a day. So you can set your custom and go to 30. Real estate is a very competitive neighborhood or industry. So yes, it does take a couple bucks to fight in those auctions, but again, about $1,000 is pretty good. Using what I just showed you gets you what I've seen in various markets is it can land you leads between 15 to $20 a lead. Some of them that are less populated, less competitive, I can see them under $10 a lead, but that's it. You hit next, and it'll do your double check. Oh, there's a campaign setting that it's spotted. EU political ads. I'll just have to say no once it allows me to. Taking its sweet time here. Good thing we can edit videos and take this chunk out. Okay, it really wants me to confirm who I am, so I'll do that. Okay, so now we are just waiting for it to load. I can just gotta say no to this EU political ads once I get that option. That was a surprisingly long load. So let's click on this and say, no, this is not. Hit next, and then we should be golden. It has you click through everything again, get the started rate from the top, and bada bing, bada boom. Hit publish campaign, and now you get to wait and watch the leads roll in. Now, again, this is just setting up the campaign. I am going to trust that you have your IDX website set up, you have an ad account set up, and you have conversion tracking in place between the two of them. If you don't, this is where Google comes in next, and it will show you how to add the Google tracking to your website. It's pretty straightforward if you've done any website editing, but if not, just ask your technical team to add it in, and you should be golden. All right, there you go. That is the quick and dirty step-by-step way to launch Google ad campaigns for realtors. You are now off to the races. Have a good one.